So today we are working on some basics of geometry. So today is the 7th. We are doing some definitions of geometry. Okay? We're going to start with what we call the big three. All right, the first one we're going to talk about is point. Okay? A point is dimensionless. Okay? It has no height, it has no width, it has nothing. It is a point. It's a location. All right. Then we've got a line. So we've got horizontal. We've got vertical. We usually label the line. We've got what we call oblique. Okay? All right. Lines only have like a length. They don't have a width. So I would never measure. I know that with my pen this has like a height or whatever, but I wouldn't measure that. It's just a length. We consider it one dimension. Okay. With a line, we get two more things from it. We get a ray. It's like a subcategory. An array has a starting point and then goes on. Okay? We usually, say A, B. We might add another point in there. We'd have A, B, and we have to put ray on it. For this one, if we're talking about like line M, you have to put the two little lines on top, line M. So, and a line goes in either direction forever and ever and ever. Okay? Because only this is another subcategory, segment. Okay? Segment has two endpoints. Okay? And we can just put a line on top of it to say a segment, and we don't need to put, the arrows at either end. Okay, and the last of the big three that are big for geometry is called a plane. Not like one you fly in the air, although it's spelled the same. Okay? A plane is an area of space. Okay? This is what we call two-dimensional. Okay? If you might hear the word coplanar, that means on the same plane. Okay? Like the ceiling. You guys look up at the ceiling? The whole ceiling is like a plane. All right? Or the wall. Right? Like the tape and the ruler, or both sides of those tapes, those are coplanar. They're on the same plane. They're on that wall, that area of space. Two-dimensional things have a length and a width. Okay. Gonna move this up. How am I doing? Is it too fast? Too slow? Just right? You feel okay? All right, we're going to talk about what an angle is. What is an angle? Uh-huh. We're going to talk about what an angle is. Okay, I'm moving on. You guys okay? Okay. I'm making you draw stuff too, so I know it takes a little longer. Okay? All right. So we're talking about what is an angle. And that is two rays. Okay, makes an angle. Here's one ray. We'll call it AB. And here's another ray. We can call it AC. That makes an angle. Okay, there are parts to our angle. We've got the vertex, is the shared point of two rays. And we've got the sides, the rays that make up the angle. Okay. All right. If I was talking about this angle right here and I wanted to give it a name, I would say angle BAC or angle CAB. You see what always has to be in the middle? Vertex. Always in the middle. Otherwise, it's not right. Always in the middle. Okay. Gonna move it up. We're going to talk about intersecting lines. Okay, the definition of an intersecting line is lines that cross at a point. Okay, I'm going to name these angles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got vertical angles. Okay, these have a shared vertex, but no shared sides. So that would be angle 1 and angle 3. Okay, what's another one? If I'm looking right here, I've got my angles. Angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical angles. So what is the other vertical angle?
Angle 2 and angle 4.
Angle 2 and angle 4. Okay. Adjacent angles. Are next to each other. They have a common vertex and share one side. So an example would be angle 1 and angle 2. Angle 2 and angle 3. Anybody want to give me another one? What else would be adjacent?
3, 4.
Angle 3 and angle 4. There's one more.
4 and 1.
Angle 4 and angle 1. Okay. Vertical angles are equal to each other. I forgot to tell you that. Are equal. So 1 and 3 are always equal. 2 and 4 are always equal. Okay. Okay, we've got a linear pair. Okay, which is two angles that are adjacent and form a straight line. Okay, so an example of a linear pair is angle, for this one, is angle 1 and angle 2. But you want to think of it as like this. See how it's a straight line? 6 and 7 form a linear pair. It's a straight line. Okay, supplementary. Are two angles that sum up to 180. When you add them together, they equal 180. Yep. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording, guys, but I'm going to leave it up there.